which physical aspect of yourself are you most happy and why?
Dude, it's my hair.
With which physical aspect? I really don't know. Maybe I like my feet are kind of nice. I don't. They serve me well.
So this is going to be on YouTube? Is that what you said? I like my skin tone. That's my favorite.
And why?
I like it because I'm not black, I'm not white, I'm kind of in between, and I like that because it's makes you feel like you can kind of go either way, and I think that's really a great thing to have, you know, living in America and like in an urban place. You're kind of, I like kind of being in the middle.
Physical aspect of myself. Okay, well I have great cleavage. I have really nice thighs. I know, I'm not showing it off today. I have really nice calves. I really like my calves. I kind of like my neck. I like my collarbone. Like, I don't know, I'm pretty happy with myself. I have the worst fucking arms, so you're probably going to ask what I hate about myself next. So those are all things. I mean, I'm pretty happy with myself. I wouldn't want to look like anyone else. Maybe my sister. But that's just because it's so close. You know, it's like someone with the same parents could look so good, then you get a little jealous. But just other people who have better genes, you know, there's nothing I can do about that.
I have a pretty good penis.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess like it's kind of the general one, but just I guess my face. I like the way that my face looks, and I like my eyes a lot.
That's kind of a hard question because I feel like as women, especially, I've talked about this with my friends before actually, as a woman you're kind of taught that you're supposed to be sort of modest and not really be like, I love this part of me, but I don't know, I guess I have okay eyes. Yeah, but I think that's kind of a tough question, especially for a woman my age.
I'm 41 and I still have my hair.
I like my butt because no matter how much I eat or how little I eat, it totally stays the same. Yeah.
This is difficult because I think that the thing I'm most happy with is also the thing that I get the most unhappy with. I like that I'm small. I'm unusually small. I'm only 5 feet and I'm thin. I like that because it's different. But I also don't like it because it's different. I'm very ambivalent. But I think that people sometimes treat me like I'm a little girl because I'm small, but I also sort of enjoy like appearing more youthful than I am. And I think it lends me a sort of innocence, not just on the outside, but inside too. I think I feel a lot more innocent than a lot of people my age do.
I would say my eyes, and actually it's only because people have told me that I have nice eyes. It's not anything that I was like, oh, my eyes are really nice. It was through people saying it. I was like, all right, yeah, they're pretty cool. So that's always what I say, but it's just because that's what I've been told, I guess, over and over, so.
God. Physical. I'm not very comfortable with my body. Anything below like my shoulders, not big on. Don't really like it. It sounds odd to like as in beautiful. I'm very happy. I'm quite happy with my ears. I'm happy with my ears and I suppose my eyes physically, but it sounds odd to say it, but I really love my scars because I have a lot on this arm. I have a couple up here and I have a few on my legs. I just like them because scars always come along with a nice story, and I think they make people more interesting, so I'm really happy I have a couple of scars because it means I've lived a little bit.
Not my neck though, because my sister always called me gooseneck. But maybe also, I mean, I don't think this, but I had this guy on an airplane who was a father and a war veteran tell me, I wish my daughter had your eyes. And his daughter is like 7 or something like that, and I was like, that's very weird, but I felt like either that's like an unbelievable compliment, like, or else it's also really, really sad. Either way, it's really, really sad. But anyway, I thought maybe I like my eyes, but that's all completely coming from other people's response to me, and it's not coming from me. I personally am okay with my collarbone.
My lips. And lips, and then my hair. I would say that those two things are what brings the unique side of me out. You know, it's funny because as I was growing up, people used to always make fun of my lips. And like, you know, full lips, and this is a time of like Fat Albert and everything. It's like a and it's funny now, you know, I come across guys and they're like, ooh, I love your lips. And I'm like, he's probably the same guy that was making fun of me. But I've grown to like really love my lips, and you know, of course I love my hair for other reasons, but lips and hair.
My freckles, and I used to hate them when I was a kid. I used to like try to stay out of the sun, and like, I don't know, I was always trying to get rid of them. But I like them now just because like I have more than most people, even people who have freckles, like I have a lot. And I don't know, I think it's kind of something different, like it makes me kind of different, and it also makes my skin look a lot better than it really is.
I like my nose. It's not too pointy and it's not too round.
My nose, because my dad has a big nose, and when he was younger he was offered a modeling position with a really big place, a big company, and he was asked to get a nose job or he wouldn't get the job, but he denied it. So I thought that was really great of him to not do that, because you know it was a good opportunity because he was dirt poor at the time, and I have the same nose that he has.
You know, I'm only 5'3", and I always thought I would grow taller, but I really like being short now, like a nice sort of small person, and it's kind of fun being the smaller person. So that's good. You can date all sorts of guys. Short guys, tall guys.
Probably my legs.
And why?
Because I'm short, but even though I'm short, they fit me. And they're just like, wow, that actually looks nice on me. But yeah, that's why.
My legs. I like being strong, and my legs are the strongest part. And I feel very confident about myself when I'll go to the gym and I'll be lifting a whole lot of weight, and people will be looking at me like, wow, that's a lot of weight. It just gives me a lot of self-confidence.
It's a good time for this question because I'm not very happy with any of my physical aspects right now. I would say, God. Well, I do a lot of yoga and I have a really cute yoga butt.
My physical aspect that makes me happiest is probably the one that that made me unhappy for a while, and that's what I now consider my charmingly crooked teeth. Kind of grew up feeling like they should be straight and this, that, and the other, and finally got to a point in my life where I actually appreciate them more for the way that they are, rather than the way that they could or should be.
You know, I really don't know. I've got all kinds of issues with different stuff, you know. Obviously I only have one eye and stuff, and I don't do anything to cover it up. I just have that. I would say probably being thin. I like being thin.
Well, I'm really happy to be tall. I'm 5'11",
should go on the record as saying that. And I love that. I mean, it could work both ways, I think, and there are definitely a few times in my life when I've thought, like, wow, this sucks. I'm an Amazon person and it's really crazy, but most of the time it's great. I feel powerful and empowered and like I stand out a little bit. So I'd say that.
I guess my face never changed since I was a little girl, and I've always thought it was very pretty. And I have a cute little mole.
My strength and flexibility. Because as you get old, those are the two things that keep you feeling like you can stay young, not just mentally.
My eyes, I would say, because I think that my eyes are very, in my own opinion, kind of real but yet calm and soothing in a way.
Would be something that took me a very long time to actually embrace and really love about myself. I am really tall. You can't tell on the camera that I'm really tall, but I'm 5'11", and when I was younger, that was really hard for me, and you're probably sitting there like, what are you talking about? That's not difficult. But to me, it was really difficult. I didn't like that it was the first thing everybody would notice, and it still is. And everybody would be like, oh, Kathleen, you're so tall, or how tall have you gotten when you walk into a party with your parents? And it really made me stand out of the crowd and make me feel uncomfortable around my friends that were all about 5'2", and then I'm 5'11", and their heads are up to here of me, and it's just kind of like, hey guys! But I've finally learned to embrace my height and use it to my advantage. And by using it to my advantage, realizing that I do get noticed a lot more, and people have a tendency to be drawn to that about me. So if I use that in the right way, you know, like in the workplace and when I'm working and at a retail store and somebody is looking for stuff, and it just, you know, I can really pop out of the crowd and walk over there and be like, do you need help, or what can I do for you? And I don't know, there's so many different ways that you can embrace height in the working world. It's crazy, and I've really learned how to do that, and I really am very appreciative about that about myself, because I would not be me if I wasn't 5'11". It is part of who I am.
I guess I'm happy that I don't have to deal with like weight issues. I feel like that would be really hard, especially because I have a lot of trouble like motivating myself to like exercise. So I really feel like the fact that I was born a person who stays pretty skinny and doesn't have to worry about that is a good thing, because otherwise I would probably be morbidly obese, and that would be
Physical aspect? I only have one answer. Probably my butt. Why? Because it's nice and plump, and even if I gain weight, it still looks good. And if I lose weight, it still looks good. It always looks good. And people always notice it, especially when I'm dressed nicely. I get honks and beeps when I'm doing things outside. I'm pretty sure it's just my butt.
My feet. And why? Because we're always taught, my mom always raised us to love our feet. Plus I have this tattoo of my sister on my foot, so probably my feet.
No, I'm just happy with my body, man. You know, it doesn't, because it's where I live, you know. So the whole shebang.
My height. I like being tall.
How tall are you?
I'm just under 6 feet.
And why do you like being so tall?
I can reach things on high shelves and influence people.
I'm the kind of person who just, you know, gets up in the morning, gets dressed, and goes out the door, and I don't really spend a lot of time dissecting my flaws and appreciating my attributes, I guess. But if I had to pick one, I really like my collarbones.
I would have to say that every part of myself that I know is beautiful, and that's what I see in the mirror every day.
Well, to be honest, I've never been happy with the way I look. Really, I don't know. Well, when I was in, I think in middle school, like when I was like 13 or 14, I had some very nasty friends who made jokes about the way I look. You know, it was really, really traumatic, I think. It was really traumatic, and ever since then, I think I had this kind of inferiority. I always felt this kind of sense of inferiority about the way I look. It was really painful, and I think that sort of made me just not even care about what I look. So I don't really care about the way I dress, or I often do not wear makeup. And I don't really know how to do makeup, so it's a kind of funny thing. So I don't find anything really attractive about myself. Pathetic.
I like my teeth. They're a little big, but they aren't rotten. Not like that. Yeah.
It's so weird. I've never been asked this question before, but my father was absent in my life, and I have his eyes exactly, and so that's always been. They're like a cross between my father's eyes and then my grandfather, who is my maternal grandfather, who I was very close with too, and so that's definitely something that. He was a positive role model for me, although he was a very dysfunctional man. He was he loved me a lot, and he did his best to provide a father figure in my life, and my Uncle John as well. But definitely when I look at my eyes, I see my biological father, and so that I don't know. I think growing up, I always thought if I could find him and meet him, that it would explain so many things, and I didn't have the ability to do, the opportunity to do that, and so now for me, it's just kind of it's just a connection I have, with him, because it's just they're identical. They could have just popped him right out of his head and put him right into mine. So, so that's it. My eyes are my best feature.
Physical aspect. Anatomically, I like my ass. I feel I have a nice round ass. I couldn't tell you why, but it makes in my moments of vanity it pleases me.